It has been about a year since Enshrouded entered early access, and boy how much has this game grown. I can positively say that this game has so much more content than many fully released titles, and it is not only like a lot of basic content what you have in here, it's just hours and hours of not only quantity but quality content. Whether you are doing your regular RPG exploration, which there's a lot of, you can go looking for amazing loot, legendary gear and equipment, weapons, building your character, dungeon delving, exploring derelict abandoned cities with boss encounters and much more. Or, like you can see what I am showcasing you right now at the moment and what we're going to be doing mostly throughout the video, building your castle. Because, like we all know, men build, men happy. Recently I got invited by the folk at King Games to play the most recent update with the new stuff that has been added into the game, and while I humbly showcase this lovely castle that I built with a couple of my friends, I should like to give you a little bit of a highlight on the latest patch, which it might not be as huge as previous ones we have gotten. It is still pretty beefy and amazing. So I want to thank so much the people at King Games for sponsoring this video, and before we get into the juicy of the latest patch, let's do a brief recap of how different the game is from when original launch back in January 2024, if you haven't tried the game for yourself yet, because like why shouldn't you? Like, there's no reason why you should not. But anyways, on the original launch of the game, initially it had two initial areas, or I should better say two main biomes aside from the Shroud. It was a forest and a desert, that's it. Huge, by the way. Just with back then with that, you could squeeze up to 50 hours of content, or at the very least, I personally did, because I did play it quite a lot back then. With the melodies of the Maya update, we got a whole new biome, a jungle with lost ancient cities buried in dangerous swamps. I should love to mention as well that with each update, new building materials, cosmetic crafting is added into the game that you can use to furthermore change the overall looks of your base. Then we had the Halls of the Dead update, where you had this really cool looking dungeon kind of race where there would be like hordes and hordes of skeletons coming after you. That content was specially focused for multiplayer, but if your character was very meta and well equipped with the La Creme de la Creme build, you could by all means go through by yourself. Lastly, they added the new snowy region with lots of new places to explore, new level caps, new bosses, new gear level alongside the cosmetic stuff. Speaking of which, along the road, a transmog system was also added, with some examples that I will be showcasing to you in here. And it is very much important to know that these are just some of the cosmetic gear that do not have like any impact on the stats of your character build whatsoever, but you could also transmog base game armors that you would like to use. For example, while showcasing my base, you will see me using the Radiant Paladin gear, which is not my main armor because it is already outdated for the new areas of exploration that I am playing at, but I just love so much how it looks. And on that remark, if you like a low level armor, or an armor that you're found exploring while you were low level and it now becomes useless because you got to new areas, because you leveled up, because you're exploring something of a different level, you can use the transmog system to use that armor that was previously rendered useless, and now it's been saved because of that specific transmog system. That said, maybe moving on to a couple of the biggest highlights that you have in this patch, a whole bunch of social stuff has been added, from regular in-game chat to proximity or world voice chat, catered for specific server needs and how much social battery you might have to interact with people or not. This is a feature that allows you to see, there's also this new social feature that allows you to see the name of the people playing in your server, making a more cohesive experience when you have social interaction in the game. It is not my personal cup of tea, since I usually like to play by myself with my friends in private servers, but I really do see this as a neat addition for people that do like to have that extra online experience and making new friends on such a fantastic game. Now, if you're curious on how did I manage to build so many interesting and cool structures, like the more detailed stuff, the cremulated walls with the battlements, the towers, and it was just so much easier because of the new first-person mode available while building. I did say on my review of the game that I believe this to be one of the best building systems in any of the crafting games that I have ever played, and the first-person mode just quite literally gave it Minecraft potential with the smallest square building stuff, because it's just so amazing. It's just so crazy the amount of stuff that you can do thanks to this thing right here. I am not that creative, but I'm pretty sure that most of the creative people that have been making like amazing bases in Minecraft, if they actually do decide to dedicate themselves in here, they have even much more materials and even much more freedom and liberty than you have on Minecraft, with even better building tools. So that's really cool. Not only that, but they also added tools so that your props can be rotated and move with a better control thanks to the axis movement and fully 360 control in every direction, so that you can decorate better, while the regular 90 degrees construction angle is still as is for building the base. You also have a new building tool that allows you to use build overgrowth material, giving you much more freedom when it comes to adding that extra spice and flavor to your base. This is accessed by saving the farmer and gathering overgrowth materials. It is important to note as well that the game is in early access, but it will be releasing on consoles at some point. It has grown so much, we have come so far since the very launch of the game, and so much amazing stuff has been added into the game. And like I mentioned previously, there is just so much that you can do with Enshrouded. If you'd like to treat it as a regular RPG with exploration and just exploring the dungeons and doing that kind of stuff, that's a content that you can explore. If you want build, you can build. If you want to invest a little bit more into the farming kind of things when it comes to gathering new people that is going to help you manage the base, or breed animals, which is also something that's possible as well, that's something that can be done. All these changes, many of these changes, also happened because of the community, because developers listen to the community and they are very much invested in what you have to say. They do have a roadmap for 2025, and many of these changes, like I mentioned before, they happen because people requested for them. So if you are right now playing Enshrouded and you feel invested and you feel that there are some things that should be changed in here, or things that should be added in different places, then you better be sure that you be very vocal about that remark, and that you are invested either on their forums or on the Discord, and just all in all try to be invested in the development of an early access game, because you could very much be the quintessential part of what and how they develop some stuff. But like I said, and I know that I am quite redundant on this, at this point, what the game is standing right now, like I said, I played about 100 hours of this game, and I feel that there's so much content that I have not explored in here. There's just so much that I want to do, and the game is not even finished. So imagine how much content and how much fun are you going to have once it actually is. Anyways, if you like the content, like and never super appreciated. No, you there, you gorgeous and beautiful person. You're in the gorgeous and beautiful person. Subscribe to the channel. You're in Discord. Have a beautiful day and goodbye.